First off, I want to say thank you to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. If it wasn't for him, this would not be possible. Low Nose Boxing. Hit the like button, share the video, leave a comment, subscribe. Just recently, just a little while ago, Mill City Boxing, shout out to Mill City, he was conducting a very good interview with the trainer and coach of Richardson Hitchins, Coach Lenny. And Coach Lenny was asked the question, who's a bigger fight for Richardson Hitchins, Teofimo Lopez or Devin Haney? Now we know that Richardson Hitchins, after his incredible victory last night over George Kambosos, he called out Devin Haney, he called out Teofimo Lopez, but he called out Devin Haney with more emphasis. You got a lot of people out there saying that Devin Haney is a bigger fight for Richardson Hitchins than Teofimo Lopez. I disagree, and Coach Lenny and that team obviously disagrees as well. Coach Lenny stated that a fight with Devin Haney is a big fight, which I agree. Devin Haney, make no mistake about it, is a formidable foe. He's a former undisputed champion. He was on the top 10 pound-for-pound list up until the Ryan Garcia fight. He's highly accomplished, highly skilled. However, Devin Haney is at 147. Devin Haney is not a champion right now. And Devin Haney, even though he's coming off of a victory, his momentum is not on the up and up right now. Richardson Hitchins, on the other hand, is coming off of the best performance of his career. This is his Floyd Mayweather, Arturo Gatti performance in what he did last night against George Kambosos. So anyway, Coach Lenny stated that a fight with Teofimo Lopez is a bigger fight. It's a more important fight for Richardson Hitchins because it's a unification fight. It's a unification fight against the lineal champion in his division, a fighter who also came off of a very masterful, masterclass performance in whitewashing Arnold Barboza Jr. So a fight with Teofimo Lopez is a more important fight and a bigger fight. More important because it's a unification fight, and Richardson Hitchins, like Teo, is a fighter that's seeking legacy, right? With Devin Haney, it will be a good payday, but there's not a championship. And plus, like I said before, Devin Haney does not have momentum right now. Teofimo Lopez has momentum. Teofimo Lopez is a top 10 pound-for-pound fighter. Richardson Hitchins versus Teofimo Lopez is also a big fight. Even though Teo has not headlined a pay-per-view fight, Teofimo Lopez is doing a very good job in selling himself, marketing himself, despite the fact that he's using controversial antics to sell his brand. People still want to see him fight. In the community, the African-American community in which Teofimo Lopez had offended with the things that he said, they want somebody to beat Teofimo Lopez. And Richardson Hitchins is very, very capable of doing just that. You know, the last thing I want to see is a race war in boxing. But in boxing is the wild, wild west. Boxing is always surrounded by controversy and craziness. So Teofimo Lopez versus Richardson Hitchins in New York City is a bigger fight than a Devin Haney fight, beyond a shadow of a doubt. That's the type of fight that if Richardson Hitchins were to win, he would go on the pound-for-pound list. Richard Hitchins versus Teofimo Lopez, sign me up. Another thing, Coach Lenny was also talking about the possibility of a Subriel Matias fight if Subriel Matias defeats Alberto Puello. And he stated that he would fight Subriel Matias as well. Subriel Matias is also a fighter who's been a thorn on Richardson Hitchins' side for quite some time. And I also believe that Subriel Matias will be a bigger fight because Subriel Matias brings a Puerto Rican fan base, and that's another fight that you can stage in New York City as well. But nevertheless, I just wanted to drop the news. Like I said before, shout out to Mill City Boxing for conducting that interview with Coach Lenny. And with that being said, hit the like button, share the video, leave a comment, subscribe. Low Nose Boxing, because Low Nose Boxing. I'm out.